Today is Sunday, held in the Christian tradition to be the day of rest, but there is no rest for TBI. I play for a Catholic church. I am playing music for 4 different masses. So we finished the first 2 masses this morning, and now we are eating strawberries in preparation for the next 2 masses, which kind of gave us an idea for our topic today to talk about brain injury and spirituality. It's been said that when people have near-death experiences, look at him drinking with his left hand, or when they have visions, certain areas of the brain light up. And this has often been used, as a argument to say that these types of spiritual experiences are an illusion. It's been known for many years that temporal lobe epilepsy is connected to an increase in spiritual experiences. Quick little anatomy lesson. If you imagine the melon of your brain, this is the frontal lobe, then you have the temporal lobe, you have the parietal lobe, you have the occipital lobe, and then you have the cerebellum. First and foremost, is there a neurophysiological model for spiritual experience? And if there is, how does damaging the brain affect spirituality? It's kind of an interesting thing to discuss because Patrick has had a very profound spiritual experience from his brain injury, which he's going to speak to in a couple minutes. There were 2 psychologists at the University of Missouri trying to prove that there was a universal neurophysiological experience connected with spirituality. Essentially that everyone, regardless of what type of religion they practiced, that when they were having profound spiritual experience, that the same areas of the brain were lit up. They did a study between Buddhist monks and Catholic nuns and 2 different styles of meditation. There was an increase in frontal lobe activity and a decrease in parietal lobe activity. They then went on to test out 26 people who had suffered a traumatic brain injury. And they found some support for their original study, although they did not find in brain injured people that there was necessarily an increase in frontal lobe activity, but still they had that decrease in the parietal lobe. What is the point, right? The point is that my Patrick had quite a bit of damage to his temporal lobe. I've often wondered if the increase in his spirituality has had something to do with the fact that the chemistry of that part of the brain has been changed. In your day-to-day experience, how connected did you feel to God?
Little.
How connected did you feel to the universe in general? Not very much. Okay. How is it now? Do you pray?
Sometimes I do.
Did you used to do that?
No. I'm always asking God for help. That's the only kind of really reliable thing.
And when you ask God for help, do you feel like He answers your prayers?
It's easier to recognize good things.
It's easier to recognize good things?
These struggles.
Yeah. What I've come to see with Patrick is an interconnectedness that he seems to have now to the universe in general, and to God, and to people, and animals, and plants. They often say that, a person who goes blind becomes able to hear very keenly. A person who loses their sense of hearing maybe their eyesight will become incredibly sharp, Patrick, with his brain injury, he has gained what I would consider like this awareness to the world and everything around him. And he also does suffer from myoclonus seizures, which, is for a topic for another day. But they originate, in the temporal lobe and some in the frontal lobe. So you could say that he has temporal lobe epilepsy. So it's very interesting to me. There have been a lot of studies that have shown that mindfulness, prayer, and meditation really are golden in recovery. We've never really done any kind of transcendental meditation. We're both kind of curious to see how mindfulness and meditation could help me as a caregiver and could help Patrick as a survivor. I'm most specifically interested in seeing how it might help constant chatter in his head. Yeah. And I'm interested in seeing how it could also help me with my constant worrying, my fatigue, and my inability to kind of stay in the moment, although I do my best with that. I'm thinking maybe that what we might do is commit ourselves to maybe a week or 2 of meditating each night, and then report back to you guys and let you know how it worked for us. We gotta go to church now. Get our Jesus on. Peace out, you lovely people. See you on day 23.